Right.
Shut up and sit down.
Done it again, haven't
I? Yeah.
When am I going to learn? When am I going to learn?
Tell me about it. If I bang my head on this microphone once more, I'm going to insert it somewhere.
That
Oh, dear.
That might not be
Oh,
good.
dear. So, hello, everyone. Morning. Yeah, it's Sunday. Little old me again, Colin, Festa 67's workshop. And my good man there, Dave, who I'm mercilessly teasing at the moment because my beautiful wife has just made me double bacon and brown daddy's brown sauce sandwiches, and I'm salivating like a salivating old fart. Yeah. So anyway, welcome. Nice to see you all. Thanks for coming in and joining us. There's a few people in the chat there. We've got Pascal Laverse, Quanah Man's in. Hello, mate. Sprue and Glue is in. Hello, fella. Jamie Bone, morning, mate. How's your ring?
That's just not good.
Yeah, Jamie Bone has just subscribed. Model Making Guru's in. Don't know who that bloke is. I think he's paying me back here for yesterday because I got a YouTube notification through yesterday that he was live doing his something game thing. I can't think what it's called now.
Oh, yeah.
Destiny, was it? Something Destiny?
No.
And yeah, I went in, said hello just as he was finishing his show. So he's taught me well, and he's done the same today. So
yeah,
don't forget, folks, Model Making Guru is live this afternoon on doing his Warhammer Sunday. Straight after.
He's not doing his Elite Dangerous.
That's the one. See, and it's a Unimog, Dave. I've remembered what it's called today. Yeah, do you know why? Because I stuck a post-it note on it. Yeah.
What, did you attach one to the retinas of your eyes as well?
Oh, mate, honestly, I'm getting worse, mate. I am really getting bad. So anyway, I'm going to click on you, mate, and put your full screen so that you can tell us what you've been up to.
Right, yeah, go on in.
All right, mate. So you're on
3 seconds. So you just take a mouthful of your bacon butty, and then I'll stop.
Oh yeah, you carry on, mate. I'm not going to tease you at all.
Right, I'm going to quickly change so that you can see what's on the bench rather than looking at my horrible mug.
No, wrong with that.
You can hear him snaffling down on that bloody bacon butty, can't you? Right. So I've done some more work on the Huey, or the Huey innards, as you can see. The center cover is now on, along with the engine section on the rear. I've done some of the seatbelt harnesses. I've still got one more to do, but I need to find a reasonable photo so that I can get the buckle shape and detail for that.
Oh right, yeah.
The dashboard, instrument panel, even. Guess who's the car builder around here? I'll pull that out, and hopefully you might be able to see.
You pulling it out, Dave?
I've pulled it out. I have whipped it out, as they say. Hopefully, without flicking it over, you guys can see that the decal's on. I've put some thin plastic card underneath it just to raise it up a little bit, just to give it a little bit of 3 dimensions so that it's not just a flat decal on a flat bit of plastic.
Oh right, yeah.
So that pops in there. I'm going to nick an idea out of your Huey, I'm going to put some. Let me get one of my pointers, and then you guys can see as he flicks one on the floor.
Yeah, because that roof lining looks familiar, mate. Whose idea was that then?
Nigella Lawson.
Oh, now you're talking.
That's put you right off your baiting butt, isn't it?
Oh, mate, I'll tell you something. It's made me look at my baiting butt. No.
No, don't go there. Keep it clean. No. It's before the watershed, mate. You know.
Yeah, it's enough to make it. It was enough to make my hat wobble.
Right. Hang on. Let's put a bit more. How about that's better? Put another light on and people can see. Duh. So and so. Right. So I'm going to put some cables running out the back of the instrument panel. I'll put it right.
Oh, good man. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to take them down through the floor and then just park them under here somewhere, just so that it gives the illusion that they're going somewhere, but in fact they go nowhere. And he's looking at that's it, that way. Oh, hang on. Someone give me some L plates, please.
Yeah, left and right, Dave.
I think I'll go and start again in a minute. Right, the seat that would have gone in here, I'm not going to put in here because I am actually going to make a double stack for having 2 stretchers in place. So having this area open would be so that the crew can do what they need to do and sort the wounded out. So
yeah.
So that is pretty much all that I've done on the Huey so far. Everybody knows that I've removed the door and an access panel for the engine.
Yeah.
For those that want to have a look at the engine detail, there it is. I haven't done a huge amount on the grounds that you're probably only going to see roughly about from there upwards once the body panel goes on.
Yeah.
Virtually everything down here, you might see it, but you're going to have to be pretty close up to see what's going on. So I've done some of what was in the photo to represent some of the pipe work and the other bits and pieces that are in the engine bay, but I haven't gone nuts on it because you're just not going to see it all.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's as much as I've done so far. That is
mint, mate.
But I am really pleased with the way this has come together. I know there's a lot of people out there who've gone, oh, it's a not a very good kit.
Yeah, it's unique in its attributes, isn't it?
And everybody says, oh, it's got fit issues, it's this, it's that. But for what I've put together so far, and I've done quite a bit in here, and I've had the saw in there, and I've cut stuff away and added stuff.
Yeah.
The fit so far has been pretty damn good.
It's not been too bad, Dave, has it? You know, I mean, I got the saw out on mine in my usual imitable style. So I've had to do a bit of fabrication, haven't I? So
yeah, well, you've done more with the sword than I have. I've just sort of done the apprentice's version.
I blame Sergeant Bones, mate.
Oh, Sarge is totally to blame for everything.
Oh yeah, it's all Sergeant Bones' fault, mate. It's all right. I'm just grabbing mine, so
yeah. So
oh yeah, I didn't want that.
Now I've last week I started work on the Airfix 72nd scale TIFF.
Yeah.
But I'm putting that one on the back burner for this particular show because now that I've got my Land Rover body,
yeah,
what I'm going to do is one show I'm going to do some work on the Tiffy.
Yeah.
And in the other show, I'm going to do some work on the Landy. So there's going to be 2 kits on the go. So
Yeah.
hopefully that will give people something to watch and see what I get up to. And just to say, I've started working on removing the back door.
I was going to say, is that the one that's going as the short wheelbase? Is the saw coming out on that one, or is it the next one you're doing?
I think it's going to be the next one. This one, I still want to do this one as a safari type Landy. So
Yeah.
On here, I'm going to have like a scratch built, for want of a better description, roof rack.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a scratch built ladder to go up the back. The back door's coming off so that it can be open. The driver's door is going to be open, and maybe one of the passenger doors is going to be open.
Yeah.
The spare wheel that goes up here ain't going there. It's going to go on the bonnet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm going to 3D print some extra jerry cans to go on the side.
Yeah.
And actually, I think I might put them on this side above this wheel arch. And then on this side, I think I might either do a resin cast of one of the wheels and have another spare wheel on there as well as on the bonnet.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm with you.
And that's about as far as I've got with this at the moment. I don't know if all the windows are going to be up, or if some of them are going to be down, or what. That's as far as I've got.
That's looking good, mate.
But yeah, what I'm going to try and do, I don't know if people can see this as he holds it higher up. What I'm going to try and do is where you've got the hinge here and here.
Yeah.
I'm chancing me lucky. I really am.
This can only go well, folks.
It's either going to go really, really well, or it's going to go belly up very quickly. Now, what I'm going to try and do is there is a slight line in between each of these hinge brackets. I'm going to try and take that out.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and slice down here so that it relieves the hinge there, and then drill up or drill down, depending on what my preference is at the time of drilling.
Yeah.
And then put a thin piece of wire in and see if that will do the door hinge.
Oh, mate, result.
However, I think that's going to go pear-shaped quite quickly. But I will be doing this offline.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact that if it goes wrong, the language will get very blue very quickly, and I'll probably get kicked off YouTube.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing to remove the back door is I'm just using a trumpeter scribe, and literally just dragging it along a couple of times in one direction, turning around and going back in the opposite direction. And hopefully, I don't know if you will see, but you can just about see the lines where I'm just starting to come through.
Pardon me. Yeah, I'll see what you mean, mate. Works well, doesn't it? Kenneth is saying, looks awesome, Dave. That model's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Well, the body shell is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but then when I got the kit, there was no body shell in it.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. But
yeah, Shane Young. Sorry, mate.
The other thing that cogitating on is when this is all done at the front end, I'm going to do, I think I might do some bull bars or something at the front.
Oh, good shout. Is that one for the 3D printer, is it?
It could be. I might have to do some circling about in Tinkercad and then do some pavinting on the old 3D printer.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
If I can do the wheel, the extra spare wheel from Tinkercad, or from Thingiverse, I'll do that.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Shane Youngs is saying very nice, Dave.
Thank you very much, guys. This at the moment, this is plan A.
Yeah.
However, if plan A goes south or north, depending on which way you want to look at it, I might be doing something else, but I don't know what yet.
Yeah, we've all been down that road, mate, where we've had our really bright ideas, and it's like, yeah, that worked well, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and a quick update for the C47 that I'm working on for the Tower Museum over at Greenham Common.
Yeah.
I've finally got my finger out and replied to the email that I got from Italieri just after Christmas.
Yeah.
And asked for the extra part that I want that I forgot to put on the order in the first place. So I'm now just waiting for those guys to get back to me.
Yeah.
So note to anyone out there that's lost or missed a bit from an Italieri kit, they will get back to you. They are a little bit slow, but they will get back to you as soon as they can.
Yeah. Yeah, they're usually good like that, mate, to be honest with you.
I think a thumbs up for Italieri customer support.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Totally concur, mate.
As for the tranny or the transit, depending on which way you want to look at it,
behave.
I'm waiting for a certain delivery before I can sort out the rear end.
Yes, I have finally pulled my I'll just take you off of full screen. I finally pulled my finger out and did you a decal, didn't I, mate?
Yeah. Well, you did it because you did a load of other ones for your taxi.
Yes. I've been. I suppose I better put myself on screen. Is that a subtle hint? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I don't mind plugging other people, but I really don't plug myself, I suppose, do I? Yes, I'll just move my bacon sarnies out of the way, Dave.
I thought I was going to get a delivery of some bacon batties as well.
Yeah, I done a bit of print. I've done a bit of printing of me decals. For the side of the cab, left, right, forward, back, down, and down. So yeah, got a load of decals to go on it. So they're going to be done. I printed out some for the Mustangs that I'm doing. I'm doing a couple of the Mustangs now. Yeah. And on the bench is my partially built Huey.
Your partially built Huey?
Yeah, it's ready for paint. Obviously, I'm going to slide all the doors shut and paint it with the doors closed and all of that, you know. But yeah, they all open and reveal bits and pieces inside. And yeah, the engine doors open so that you can see in the engine bay. And so, yeah, we've been a bit busy with a saw, Dave. But what I found is when you cut both doors out, it breaks the back of the helicopter just along here.
Ooh.
So you get a bit of a brewer's droop on the go with the tail section. So I had to literally cut the tail off, as you remember, when I put the lighting kit in, and make a new spine for it that is hidden away inside the copter, and then put it all back together to give it a bit of rigidity. So that's where I've got to with mine. I've got doors that open on both sides to reveal the pilot. So that's all done now. So there is a video coming up because Dave's nudged me several times now to do the video on door hinges, because I opened up all me taxi doors and boot during the week, and I'm going to do a video tutorial on how I make all my hinges, how I get the doors to open and close, and believe it or not, the hinges are paper clips, folks. So yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I'm patiently waiting for the master to put up his tutorials, and then I'll
So I'll do that during the week. It's been as you know, Dave, it's been a funny old week at Festa Towers, mate. You know, I was poorly for a couple of days, and yeah, get the violins out. So I've kind of fallen behind a little bit on a few things, but we're bouncing back and we'll get back on it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I made the moto jig. I set myself a challenge. I think I might have mentioned this last week on the 3D printer, and I wanted to see whether I could make one of these moto jigs for myself to build me motorbikes with, because I do get the shakes pretty bad, and yeah, I'm quite chuffed about that come out, to be quite honest with you, Dave. It's, you know,
seeing it now as you've got it on the screen, it's a lot bigger than
yeah,
I thought it when it's up against the Huey, that is a sizable chunk of
well, yeah, it's all adjustable as well. You know, you just turn the thing and it slides. It'll do 1/12, 1/9, 1/8. So yeah, you know, all these posts, they adjust up and down with the old knurled nuts here and that. So I kind of went to town with it, if I'm honest. But yeah, it was worth doing, mate. You know, so yeah, that locks all into place. So there were a few doubters out there, see, that were like, nah, he's never going to be able to 3D print one of them. He's full of, yeah, you know what I mean? You know the ones. And yeah, I got wind that there was a few doubters. It can't be done. So it can be done. It just takes a bit of effort, but you know, it's a 30 odd hour print, Dave. It's a long old chore, mate, you know.
Yeah, but now that you've gone to the effort and you've designed it and you've printed it out,
Yes.
every time that you go to do a bike, regardless of bike style or scale,
Yes.
you can put it in the jig. And even if you have got one of your days where you're giving it the shakes and everything,
yeah,
it's going to be in a stable resting place.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of years ago, I made one out of styrene tube, didn't I, in balsa wood? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
You know, and that helped me out. And of course, when I got the printer, it was a case of seeing what I could do. Is it as good as an official moto jig? No, because you know they are cutting edge technology at the end of the day and highly refined and yeah, you know, but little old Muggins here on his disability, I'm like, yeah. So
yeah, but what you've got there is designed for you. You've designed it so that you can use it in the way that you want to use it.
yeah, I mean, I don't mind whether this gets paint on it or whatever. Whereas if I had a super duper moto jig, I'd be wanting to put it in a glass sealed box, break glass in case of emergency, because I'd be frightened to use it.
Put bubble wrap round it and everything.
Well, yeah, because I'm clumsy. I drop things, as you well know.
Mm-hmm.
And I can drop this, and if it breaks, I'll just print another one. Whereas a motor jig's a big investment for little old me, and I'd be frightened of breaking it because I'm clumsy.
I think one of those moto jigs is a fair old investment for anyone.
Absolutely, but they are beautiful. I know a bloke who's got several, and he.
Right, there's always one, isn't there?
Yeah, but he he's a good old boy, mate. You know, he's one of my mates. But you know, yeah, they are beautiful. You know, I've seen them in action, and yeah, would I get one, mate? If I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd have them. But I got me 3D printer. Several people have asked me about printing them for them, but at the moment it's a 30-hour print, and I just ain't got the time.
Yeah.
However, I'm seriously thinking about uploading the STL to Thingiverse and let people just download their own. I don't know. I don't know what way to go, because at the end of the day, if there's companies out there making these, I don't want to tread on any toes or offend anyone. So
Yeah. Sprue and Glue is saying you need to market that, and he would have one
yeah,
offer.
it's one of those, because I'm aware that there are companies that sell their own versions of this sort
Yeah,
of thing. I'm a little worried that they might be offended, which isn't my aim. My aim is I've got MS. I'm on disability. I can't afford one. I know it's the violins coming out, but
yeah, no, I think
you
you're
know,
saying
right? I
that.
know I bought a 3D printer, but I'm using that for multiple things.
Yeah,
But
and I think with what you're saying about your jig is pretty much the same thing as I'm kind of thinking about the chopping device that I've.
yes, exactly. You know,
There are others out there, and
yeah,
it's not a direct copy of what I've seen, because I've kind of gone off on my own tangent, but
yeah,
it's
but
still a bit.
we are aware that you know, we don't want to tread on any toes or upset anyone, do we?
No,
But yeah, you
I
know, I've
don't particularly
been
want any legal people banging on my front door saying,
yeah.
"Oi, pack it in."
I mean, I had quite, as you know, I got inundated on Facebook on PM when I put the pictures up of this.
Mm.
And it kind of shocked me a little bit and surprised me. It's lovely, don't get me wrong, and I really appreciate people giving me feedback and contacting me. But it was kind of unleashing the genie from the bottle, and it got a little out of control. So I dropped the pictures down for the moment, because I'm not sure what to do. And if I produce them, it's just gonna take up so much of my time that I'm never going to build another model. Some
Well,
people are probably cheering at that prospect.
yeah, and
Um,
don't forget it's going to tie up your printer as well.
yeah, I'd have to buy another printer just to do that. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's whereas if I have the STL files on Thingiverse, people can download them and do their own. I don't know if someone hasn't got a 3D printer and they want to sort of contribute towards the production of it. I've got no problem with that. But would I sell them? I don't know. You know, there's probably other people out there that have got printers are going, oh, yeah, that's an idea. I'm going to make money off of it. Well, good luck to you if you do.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I've,
I haven't really sort of pushed the
oh,
chopper too hard, because
yeah, I mean, I've done that under my CAD license, you know, so I've got that sort of, yeah, you know what I mean? But
mm,
other companies are making them. They're aluminium. They're expensive, but they're worth the money. Let's be honest. If you're a serious bike builder, you know I know blokes out there that have got hundreds and hundreds of bike kits. That's all they make. So something like that for them is what they
probably going to
want.
be
You
their
know,
bread and butter
and
and all that.
you
Um,
know my mate with me MS, he said, mate, you would really benefit from something like that because of your shakes. So yeah, that was it.
well, it gives you a stable platform to have the model on, so that you can do your work.
Well, yeah, because I did them blocks as 100% infill, not only because they're threaded, but also weight,
Mm.
you know. And yeah, it is a chunky little product, but
Well,
I've
it
had a
has
lot of
been,
interest, Dave, off of it. The same with all the glue holders and that. People are like, oh, yeah.
yeah.
Vincent's in. Hello, Vincent, mate. Pleased to see you in there, mate. Yeah, I'll be about later on, mate. So we'll have a yatter off air. So he's saying hello.
You might want to have a look at the screens, mate, because you're occupying the big screen and the little screen.
Am I?
Mm. You're in the corner where I normally is.
Oh, yeah, that's because I'm on split screen, mate. I'm still full screen.
Ah, right, okay. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, that's me. Do you remember I said to you last night that I had something that I was going to play with? That
Ah,
sounded wrong.
that's what
That
you,
sounded wrong, didn't it?
you've been.
Something. Jamie Bones now spat his coffee out across the room. Bless him. Yeah. No, um, I'm piping in a stream from another multi-cam source just to see
Ah,
how it how it works. This was what I was on about to you yesterday that I was going to try, and whilst you was on full screen, I deactivated and switched into the other program just to see whether it functions and what people think. Because,
well, it's working all right.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but when I'm doing a show, I kind of like to see the camera and people see where, you know, if someone's sent a message like Jamie Bone, did I miss something funny? I kind of like to look at the screen and go, yeah, you did, mate. And them to actually see me, and it might help people relate to us. I don't know, but it's just a personal thing I like doing. And if people don't want to see my mug on the screen, then I'll swap camera and it's not a problem. But so, yeah, you did, Jamie. I was basically saying to David that, yeah, you know, last night I had something to play with and it come out a little bit wrong.
Yeah, I think you might need to revisit that one.
Yeah, Common Road Junction there. He's got MD and he struggles to sit comfortable without aching. Yeah, I've got MS and FMS, which is fibromyalgia syndrome, and you end up with pain nodes around your body. And I sit on an orthopedic gaming chair now with massage and all kinds of gadgetry in it, and it's second to none, mate. Oh, bless him. He says, sorry about stressing you out over the glue holders. You're not stressing me out at all, mate. PM me, mate, and if you know, I'll print them out for you. It's just I need to factor in time, but I'm investing in a resin setup. It's becoming common knowledge now, Dave, in it that I'm going into that area.
Yeah.
So my filament printer is going to be solely used for printing out all the glue stations and things like that. So I've got no problem doing it, mate. It's just obviously they can take, you know, up to 14 days because I've got a lot of interest, mate, and I'm playing a bit of catch up at the moment.
I think you're playing catch up to the catch up at the moment.
Yeah, but it's very flattering and it's very nice. And for someone in my situation, you know, I don't earn a living now because of medical retirement. So
I really am going to get them bloody violins out.
Yeah, but it's one of them, you know. I mean, you know, it's sort of a couple of quid with the postage, you know. It's not a lot, but for me, it is because it all mounts up, and I can buy a kit or
yeah. But the best of it is though, mate, it keeps you active. It keeps the brain box going, mate. That's the important thing.
I have to keep my mind active because I'm housebound, and you get a bit of cabin fever, don't you?
Otherwise, you're going to start crawling up the wall, and that's not going to be a pretty sight.
No, but yeah, that's enough about me anyway. Bloody hell. What I was going to say, Dave, how's my white balance, mate?
Can you go full screen again? Yeah, no, you're looking all right, mate. There's very little glare
on the old cutting mats. You're going to get glare on. You're going to get glare off my head, mate, because I'll bick my head. Look at that. Whoa, get in.
No.
Yeah. I'll refer you back to the other day when I did the jumper. Yeah, what my missus said.
No.
Yeah, that image is burnt on your retina, isn't it?
I don't feel very well now. I've got this image burnt into the back of my retinas and into the memory of eye, and it's not good. I would not wish it on anyone else.
Yeah. Fox is saying I'm a bit blue. Is that my little box? No, that sounded wrong as well.
You are blue.
Or is it the bench one, dude?
Yeah, the bench one, yeah, it is slightly darker, but it's all right. If you like,
I can change it. It's just I'm doing it within OBS Studio, mate. So, let's have a look at camera control, exposure, pan and tilt, low light compensation, whatever that is.
compensation for when you got low light.
He says slide it all the way to the right, but that goes bright like that. That's exposure, isn't it? Yeah.
I will say this again because I said it to Colin before we started. If you hear any thumps and bangs coming from my end, it's not me having a fit. It's my neighbours. I think they're either moving in or moving out, but it sounds like there's an army of them in there.
Yeah.
So if you hear anything go thump, bang, or someone falls down the stairs, it's my neighbours, not me.
Oh, yeah, he says my desktop's a bit blue, so... Okay, white balance, backlight, sharpness, saturation hue, brightness, contrast perhaps. Let's try white balance. Let's move the white balance over.
Can you go full screen and then, because I can't quite see, because
Sorry, mate. Yeah. Is that a bit better, Fox? Because you are talking to the world's worst colourblind bloke here, so I'm just like looking at bright and dark.
Now, for me, that's fine. But other people might say that it's getting slightly lighter on your cutting mats.
Yeah.
But
what do you reckon? Is that looking right? I mean, apparently these cutting mats are grey, but I've kind of been dropping a lot of things this week, and yeah.
But from what I see and from my own eyes, that's fine. That's acceptable to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of everybody watching.
Model making guru, that's better. Cheers, Fox. Like I say, mate, just give me feedback, dude. I thrive on it, as you well know. But yeah, it's the first time I've piped in a slobs on StreamYard, so I'm
breaking it in slowly.
Well, that's I can't answer that. God, who would have thought it? I'm lost for words on that one, Dave. Because I know what I want.
I got him on here.
I know what I want to say, but I can't.
No, you can't because it's before the watershed. No.
Yeah, excuse me. He's saying we could sort it properly later if you want. Yeah, mate. Well, we're going to see each other tomorrow evening for the E-Model show. Good segue.
Oh, you're good.
Mate, I've had a good tutor. Fox taught me well. He still thinks that it was a conspiracy, me going in his hangout yesterday just to say good evening.
But that's what you said that you entirely planned to do. You just
absolutely.
went in there.
Absolutely. We sat there, didn't we, and going, yeah. Now 5, 4, 3, 2, yeah, go in now.
Yeah, it was absolutely planned.
Don't tell him that, because he'll start bullying me on the E-Model show and saying that I'm typing in the chat when I'm not. Because I do use real words. I was nearly doing it earlier on, typing in, and then I realised, just click the button and show the message and read out loud using real words. JS Idaho even. Good day all. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Reese is in saying hello, everyone. Hello, Reese, babes. Hope you're all right, mate. Not seen you for a while now, mate, so I'm hoping you're well.
Yeah, where you been? What you been doing? Why have you been hiding? There you go.
Chris has popped in from Gross Models. Don't forget, folks, that, plug in there. Chris is doing his War Amps Sunday after Fox's show. So, again, tune in. I noticed Paul was live this morning doing his screen test because he had some issues with his Friday night show, didn't he, with the software. So he done a little test, so that worked well for him. So I'm pleased about that. Fox is always use your face words. So he tells me off even on my days off, mate. But he's right.
Anybody would think he was some sort of teacher, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but he's right. It is a bad habit, and you do forget. I don't know about you, but I do. I'll sit there, and because I got so used to being a viewer on other people's, I'll just sit there typing away, And he pointed it out on the E-Models one night. He was like, "Dude, you are, you're a host now, mate. You can use real words." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, it's when you ask a question and then you expect them to come straight back at you. Then you got to think, hang on, I've got to wait for them to type.
Yeah, but what they do to me now, and they're all rotten, this lot, in the chat is on a Monday night, they all start asking me questions in the chat, and they wait until Fox is talking, and then they'll go, "Here, Cole, what do you think of this?" And knowing me, I just instinctively go, "Yeah, that's a good idea," and then they tell me off, and they drop me in it, and yeah,
So,
it's a conspiracy.
yep. So as we know, Colin has had bacon butties. Well, not butties, bacon doorsteps.
Yeah.
Here's a question for everyone in the chat and that's watching. What is on your bench and what's going in your bellies?
Happy days. I'm just going to put my earring back, so apologies if you hear me rattling around the man cave.
Yeah, don't fall over.
Oh, don't. I walked into that door frame yesterday. I swear blind, I saw birds.
It's a big enough door frame, mate.
Oh,
You're going to have to paint it, they go yellow.
honestly, it was one of those. I had to sit down afterwards, mate. I'm like, whoa, proper full. Yeah, it's like door frame there. But yeah, I had the old cartoon birds tweeting round me in a circle. It's like, whee.
Well, I can remember many years ago playing silly so-and-sos and doing the old Bruce Lee kung fu stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
And bounced off of someone, and the top of my forehead bounced off the edge part of a rather thick, rather heavy fire door.
Yeah,
The next thing I knew, I was in the medical unit, and there was someone sticking a needle in my head to give me an injection, and then started stitching my head back together again.
Yeah, we had that. And it's true, I mean, you don't realise till you get older, do you? But as kids, we thought it'd be a good idea to play on a building site.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, no.
What lad of a certain age hasn't done that?
Yeah, but you are talking to the bloke who managed to impale himself on a rebar right through his thigh. So yeah, it was. I didn't play on building sites after that. But yeah, Quano Man is on Perfect Great Falcon and stuffing his mush with all the pies. Good man. Ooh. What's in the pies? Ingredients is a necessity.
Now, are you having chips or are you doing the proper thing and having mash with your pie? Or pies?
Oh, yeah, it's got to be pie and mash. If it's pie and mash, you have reached legendary status. Lewis Williams will be, Belly will be his injection. Oh, bless you, mate. Bench is some Warhammer Space Marine things. Oh, bless your heart, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there goes the door.
Let's have a look at Jamie there. Jamie Bone, Airfix, 135th M3, Stuart, Belly, chicken nuggets, chips and beans.
Ooh,
happy days. Chris is basically Chris is bullying me again, folks. And feel free to tell Gemma on the E-Model show tomorrow that Chris was bullying me, because she needs to know now. He's saying,
I think I might have to get her email and do a school report on Chris.
Yeah, he's just telling people I'm going to tell Ted. No.
Yeah, well, you know what Ted would do.
Yeah, Fox is saying you weren't a 1970s kid unless you spent your Indian summers falling out of trees.
Falling out of trees or falling off walls. Ridden into lampposts.
That's an interesting combo. Chris is saying he only tells it the way it is. Common Road Junction there.
Ooh.
Look at that. I had a lovely pork and apple pie the other day. Now that.
Oh, talking of that, and sorry to interrupt. One of the guys at work is renowned for bringing in pork pies. And we had pork pie and apple scrumpy stuffing.
Oh, wow.
Mate, you have not. It was gorgeous. It was about 4 inches in diameter. It lasted about 16 seconds.
Here's one for Jamie Bone. And I'm so glad Vincent's explained it in brackets. but apparently he's got bitter ballen in his belly, which is yeah, Muttley,
There's no comeback from that, is it?
which is deep fried food from Belgium and Netherlands. And on the bench, nothing at the moment. He's doing a spot of gaming. Yeah, British childish humour, mate, because you put the word ballen in something. I mean, we are children, aren't we?
Well,
Vincent's now looking dismissively at his computer screen, shaking his head, going, and I hang out with that pillock.
He's probably hung his head in his hands in absolute shame and is probably crying all over his bench.
Yeah, Jamie Bones telling Chris that I'm going to steal his food tomorrow on the E-Model show. Ah, there you go. We got some ingredients from Quano Man. There's meat and potato pie, mash, gravy, and there's also a cheeky cheese pie over there. What needs to be punished to death with my gob hole. Oh, mate, I love that.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's mint, mate. That is mint. We've got a gallery up, don't forget, on the Facebook page, the Festa 67's Facebook group even. So if you are working on something and you'd like your work featured on our Sunday show, then feel free to add the gallery. We're going to do it alternate weeks, the gallery bit, so that we can get a little bit of a build up of an archive.
Yeah.
So upload your photos.
Don't feel rushed or panicked to get photos up every week. Just put the photos up as and when you can.
Yeah.
And we'll see them.
Yeah, we'll see them, and when we've got enough in there to do a viable section, we'll drop it in on the show and keep that posted. So yeah, join the Facebook group.
It is a laid back Sunday, no rushing, no panicking.
Oh no, blow that, mate. It's cup of tea time, as you can tell.
Yeah, I might have to disappear in the kitchen soon because I've only.
No, it's not. It's the Sunday brunch for a reason. There's no script with us two reprobates. I couldn't remember a script anyway, but
I don't think I could write a script.
No, it's one of them. We just do our thing, don't we, mate?
Yeah.
Lewis Williams has pointed out a very interesting factoid there, that exactly 1 month ago today, it was Boxing Day.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, mate, I think that's a good factoid. That's a Sunday chat factoid.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting facts in the chat. Yeah, interesting facts in the chat. That could be a thing, couldn't it? At least that might give me some factoids to remember for a Monday.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, mate. I'm going to forget something. I know I will. I always do, mate. Can't get staff, Dave.
You'd think that Fox would give you a gentle reminder before you went live, rather than just sitting and dropping you in it. So much for our co-host, help each other, not drop each other.
Absolutely. Jamie Bone is saying to Vincent, a bit of ballen sounds painful. You might need a cream for that.
Is that applied with the left hand or the right hand? No, don't even go there.
JS Idaho saying 0617 here, nothing in the belly yet. Bench time, not sure either. Too early, laugh out loud. Of course, yeah, it's early doors for you, mate, isn't it?
Oh, of course, he's on the other side of the pond, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, I think the clue's in the name, Dave. JS Idaho.
I'd never have guessed.
Model making.
It's one of those shows, isn't it?
Aye.
It's going to be one of those shows today, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. When isn't it?
All right, yeah, you got the point.
Yeah. Jamie Bones saying, what's that? Pascal, did you need medical attention for them? And Mr. Lofts, yes, you should know him by now.
Gentle reminder.
Yeah, Fox is saying gentle reminder. Gentle reminder about
what?
What am I not doing?
Gentle reminder. Oh yeah, I've still got Lego Jar Jar Binks on the bench, Fox. He says hello.
Oh, mate, that's sacrilege. That's sacrilege. That's fist's been raised at the screen. Bless him. He probably hasn't watched
I
Fat.
don't send him boxes and boxes of Jar Jar Binks figures.
Nah, because I think pure hatred would ensue then.
I
Be fair here, mate. You know, I have to work with a bloke, and there's nothing worse than seeing a grown man staring down at his bench and crying. I'm not going to put him through that.
No, I will.
I think we should decree Sunday be nice to Fox Day. Oh, that's a challenge, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's not easy.
JS Idaho's just moved back to Salt Lake City, Utah. Too lazy to change the name then. Good man. Yeah, JS Idaho has got a ring to it, mate.
Yeah, no, leave it as it is, mate.
Yeah.
No need to change it. Just confuse everyone.
Yeah. Fox is saying I'm worse than gross models. Dave said I'll give you a gentle reminder, so I just did. Yeah, hashtag explaining it kills it. Me and Chris, it just goes over our head, Fox. We're Southerners, don't forget. And yeah.
Well, if it goes too high over Chris's head, it'll collect snow, won't it?
Oh. See, but trouble is, I Chris is going, what's about what? Oh dear, bless him.
Yeah. Right, slurp of tea.
Yeah, got to have a slurp of tea, mate. Pascal Leverse is saying his meat ragu, field ball, deep fried. It's the best. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds nice. So yeah, you've been a good boy as well, Dave, haven't you? You've had a charitable weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Would you like to?
I donated kits to a charity shop. Hang on, I'll put your teeth back in. A charity shop called Loft House. 17 bags of kits.
Wow. Quano Man's asking, I know what he's getting at here as well. Colin, did you hear about that mysterious Mr. Wolf? What started a Jar Jar Binks cult? Yeah. Judging by the lack of being told off, I don't think he watched it back. Yeah. That's all I'll say on that one. But yeah, there may have been conspiracies ensuing in his absence.
As I didn't watch it.
Yeah. And it was all instigated by Ted, by the way. Me and Chris were totally innocent in this. And we just went with it because, you know.
Well, you know, you have to do what Ted says.
Yeah, you know, we just thought, well, you know, yeah, we just went along with it, mate.
So, you know.
He's now sat there going, what did they do? Yeah.
Well, it might not be so much what did they do, it might be what are they still going to do.
Yeah, Chris is accepting no responsibility. Neither am I, mate. You know, Ted, being an ex-policeman, gave us a very authoritative directive, and we just followed for risk of being imprisoned. And Chris is saying, indeed, Ted started it, and Fox is, I saw everything, and he's biding his time.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not involved in this one.
Cheers, Jamie, mate. Apologies, I didn't realise, mate. Apparently, the camera was still locked on my ugly mug. There you go. Thanks, mate. feel free to remind me, mate, if I've forgotten to do something, because I do forget stuff.
Well, I've got my other glasses on, so I can't see.
Yeah, we all know what happens when someone's got the wrong glasses on, don't we, Dave?
Mm.
But yeah, we're going to be doing some random builds on the shows as well, aren't we? And I've got a huge stash of different kits.
Kits that you're going to offer up for viewer selection for you to build.
Yeah, I mean, when I've done the taxi, I've got a backlog of model kits. I can actually reach them from my chair now. That's my shelf. I just wanted to clarify that.
Are you sure about that?
I'm going with it, Dave, because it sounds plausible and that saves me accepting any responsibility.
Plausible deniability is good.
Absolutely. I'm just going for a selection of randomage
Ooh.
at the moment. And if I grab that one as well. Right, folks. We are getting a selection of kits.
Put yourself on main screen so that everyone can see what you're doing.
Can you remind me to switch back then if I forget?
Yep, we'll do.
All right, gents, because I don't want to be rude. Right, what's the best way to do this? Hold them up that way, I suppose, isn't it? First one is a Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. And this is what I'm going to build on the Sunday show after I've done the taxi. So that's choice number one. By all means, feel free to comment in the chat or in the video once it's uploaded. So there's no rush. So that's that one. Let's just put them to one side. Next up is the old Starsky and Hutch 1976 Ford Gran Torino. There's a story to this that I told Dave, and I think he's disowned me forever. And I once had an Ilman Imp when I was an apprentice, and I thought it was a good idea to put a Starsky and Hutch stripe on it. Yeah, I just admitted that live, Dave.
See what I have to work with.
Don't be like Festa. Please get help sooner rather than later.
And mind you, I am leaning towards the Torino. Whatever my vote counts for.
Choice number two. Choice number three. I think this was a buddy build anyway, Dave. I could be wrong. So it's the McLaren. Is that one that you wanted to buddy build with me?
Is that the orange one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, well, we can do that as a buddy build, or you can do it as a.
Okay, I'll remove that from the list then, because that's on our list.
Don't forget, mate, we got quite a few on the buddy build list anyway.
Yeah. Next up, we've got a 58 Corvette Roadster as a choice. And then we've got a 32nd scale Opel GT. So, yeah, Fox is saying he has a sharp mouth on his car, so he cannot condemn a Starsky and Hutch Hillman Imp. Yeah. Husk will do. I know what you meant. I switched back without reminding.
Hey, well done.
So, yeah, that's kind of the choices we've got at the end of the day.
I think well, for what my vote counts for, which is probably very little anyway, I will go with option number three.
Option number three, what was that?
That was the Corvette or Stingray or whatever it was, the American one.
The blue one, 58 Roadster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
So, like I say, folks, feel free to get involved, and I will happily build whatever you choose. And it's a way of me getting me finger out and actually building stuff. Because that's what it's all about, Dave, isn't it?
Well, I'm slowly sticking the engine together.
Oh, good, man. Yeah, I switched back.
when I get fed up with doing my engine, I think.
Yeah, Reese isn't biased at all. He's saying do the Opel GT. I wonder why. It's because it was sent by Beaker. I know. Good man.
I've got support. I've got a second. Sprue and Glue is saying he agrees with me.
Sprue and Glue saying the Roadster. Yeah. JS Idaho is giving it the Gran Torino. Although the Corvette is a good choice as well. So it's narrowed down to 2 already, more or less, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chris has been really helpful there in only the way that Chris can. I reckon you should do a car.
Do you
want to slap him, or shall I? Or Fox, would you like to slap him repeatedly?
I think Chris needs to go and stand in the corner and face the corner with his hands behind his back.
Yeah. Gemma, would you like to go and put Chris on the naughty step for 10 minutes? Jamie Bone is saying the Mercedes AMG, which was kindly sent to me by Frankie over at Frankie Goes to Hobbywood. So thank you very much, Frankie. It's lovely when people send you kits.
We've got a draw at the moment because we've got 2 for the Roadster and we've got 2 for the Mercedes because Chris has gone with the Mercedes.
With the gold wings.
Right.
Reese is saying I could do the Dodge with the guy sliding across the bonnet.
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, the Jar Jar Binks figure is down here. I don't know if you can see it on because I've stuck it down on the.
I'll put your full screen, mate.
Hang on. I'm just. There we go. There you go. There's the.
You might want to revert your gaze, Fox.
There you go. Hello, Fox. I'll put it down now.
Bless him. Yeah, you can roll up your eyelids now, mate. Sacrilege has been removed from the screen. Model officers asking, am I using them sandwiches to make a car build? They could be integrated somehow, mate. No, it's Sunday brunch, mate, and my dear missus made me a couple of bacon sarnies because she looks after me, mate. Mind you, though, I'm surprised someone hasn't mentioned how stern I was with her yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure you got that? Are you sure you got that round the right way?
Yeah, I may have been evicted from the kitchen. Yeah.
You was evicted from the kitchen in no uncertain terms. Very much blunt and very much to the point. Although I cannot possibly repeat what was said.
No, because she's a lady.
Allegedly. And it's before the watershed.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was the fact that I meekly ambled into the man cave like an obedient little puppy.
Yeah, totally agree with JS Idaho. Foxy's mascot. Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Model officer saying, love her, good girl. She is, mate. She's diamond. 34 years we've been together, mate, and I love her more every day.
Is she standing behind the door?
Yes, she is. Yeah. Mate, if you'd see me, I was trying to be all assertive and manly, wasn't I, yesterday? I'm like, get the F out of my kitchen, she goes. It's like, okay, love, I'll close the door on my way in. It was like, yeah. And then I just looked at Dave and I'm like, yeah, see, she knows I'm the boss.
Yeah, right.
Have you heard the muffled sound of I heard that? Like, okay. Yeah. Get back into your little room, she goes. It's like, yeah, totally demean me, why don't you? I'm been allowed out in public on Wednesday. It's like, what possibly can go wrong?
Not again.
Yeah,
That's twice in the same month.
I know.
Have you been on a good behaviour trip or something?
Well, yeah, I've kind of, yeah, she's getting a new bathroom, isn't she? And yeah, she's happy as an hog in slop, mate. Not saying that she's a hog in slop, because I wouldn't possibly make that comparison purely out of fear.
Is that a rolling pin coming through your door?
God, man, I've come over all hot and bothered now, Dave. Whew.
Dear, oh dear.
That's all right. I'm firmly in control, mate. I'll wear the trousers round here.
Okay. You're digging yourself into a very big hole, mate.
Yeah, I know, mate.
Need more than a flight of JCBs to dig you out.
Oh, mate, honestly, yeah. She's going to, yeah. Oh, mate, she can be very, very funny. Bless her. But yeah, it's like, made me a beautiful double-deck set of bacon sarnies there, mate. And it's like, yeah, good girl. And I'm getting pie and mash on Wednesday, Dave, and I will send you a picture.
You know, you can go off some people around here.
Yeah. I know.
You really can.
Yeah. Especially if your oven breaks. Oh, mate, that'd be devastating for you, wouldn't it?
Oven doesn't work now anyway.
Oh, don't it? All right, then I'll retract that statement then. That was pointless. Did you do that blokey thing and try to inspect it and repair it?
Due to that it blew a fuse, I haven't been brave enough to look into it.
Ah.
I don't know why it blew a fuse, but it did, and I thought, I ain't going to touch that again.
It's probably one of the elements, mate. Is it electric or gas?
Electric.
Well, it's going to be electric, isn't it? Because it blew a fuse. Duh. That'd be like festa.
Actually, again, I don't do electricity.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be like festa. Model officer saying, yeah, been called to the kitchen. We'll catch up later. Damn it. No worries, mate. You do whatever you need to do. It's, we're fully aware it's Sunday roast time. Hello, Lynn. Long time no here. Lynn Dipple's in. Heidi, my loves, sneaking in now. Off to work I go. Have fun and eat a burger for me. Sneaks out. Bye-bye.
Bye, Lynn.
Bye, darling.
Don't work too hard, will you?
Sprue and Glue saying the 6'3" hole is going to be waiting for you if the missus hears you. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Oh, yeah. As I say, she's 5'0" of Scottish anger, mate. And am I scared? Yeah. She gives me that look that only a wife can give you. And it's like, yeah. I try to fight my corner badly. And it never works.
Jay out Idaho wants to know what else is in your bacon butty, mate.
Daddy's brown sauce.
Yeah.
Obviously, other sauce brands are available, but yeah.
Well, there's only two, really.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the right answer, isn't it? Daddy's. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but my local supermarket doesn't do that one.
Well, this is it. And because I've been good during the week with food, because obviously I think Steve will relate to this because he's in the same boat. We're diabetic. So she's like, yeah, you can have bacon sarnie. Happy days.
Well, I didn't have bacon yesterday, but I had bacon this morning.
Oh, right, yeah.
So,
yeah, but it's all about bacon, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's bacon sarnie, isn't it? What more can I say?
Yeah, but you can't have a Sunday without having a bacon roll or bacon butty.
Yeah, exactly.
Just,
It's just a dumb thing, isn't it?
it has to be done.
You know, Vince is probably sitting there going, God, the British and their diet. But, you know, it's one of those. For years, my doctor used to say to me, you should be having breakfast. Do as you're told. So I did as me told, and I did a fry up, and she moaned at me for that. I said, but that's a breakfast.
Well, when I had my checkup, I got distinctly told off for not having breakfast at all.
Yeah, and I'm like, but you said have breakfast. She went, I meant bowl of cereals, not bloody fry up. I went, well, what do I want to eat that for? Yeah.
And she sat there and she looked at me and she said, what do you have for breakfast? And I thought, it's going to be interesting.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
So I told her, I said, I have 3 sausages.
I still can't believe you told her that and thought that you'd get away with it, Dave.
And the face on the other side of the desk was one of absolute thunder.
Did she look like a giraffe sucking a wasp, perchance?
I think it was a giraffe that had just taken on an angry wasp's nest.
Yeah. Just to let you know, Dave, we've hit the magic number, by the way. I think you know what I mean. So thanks for everyone that's tuning in.
Ooh. Thank you very much, everybody.
It means a hell of a lot to us both that you're taking time out on your Sunday schedules to come and join us, and hopefully, you know, you'll continue watching us and enjoy what we're trying to do each week. It's very informal. There's no script or agenda or anything like that. We're just winging it as usual.
Yep.
We want to feature some of your work because at the end of the day, you know, this isn't just about us. You're giving up your time to come and join us. So we would like to sort of give something back and hopefully feel involved. So if that means you showing us your work and putting it in the gallery in the Facebook group, feel free to do so. It's not a problem. I'll put a ticker up showing the group, and I'll leave that running for a little bit so you can see where you post your photos. And, you know, put pictures of your work up because I really enjoy seeing other people's work. I love
you
it.
and me both, you know. You know, they can see what we're up to, but we can't see what you guys are up to, and it's always good to see what you're doing as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, don't feel that you have to do it if you don't want to, but
yeah,
please do, because you know it's a little spotlight for you guys to get your work shown on the show. You know.
Absolutely, and believe it or not, you know, you might have tips that, you know, we're not aware of, and you know, it's, you know, he's just popped in the chat there, you know, Frankie goes to Wobbywood, you know, I've seen him do some lovely work on his builds, you know, and I look at that and I think, oh yeah, he's done a cracking job on that. I like that technique. I'm going to try that, and I've picked up a new technique. So we're never too old to learn. We're never too knowledgeable not to learn.
Right, for hang on, I'm trying to get the box in so that I can show you the box as well as tell you.
Jamie, Dave's getting his box out, mate.
Yeah, I'm building the Revell.
I'll just pop your full screen, mate. There you go. Your full screen, buddy.
So I've only just started this one today, mate. So this is, as I said at the top of the show, 1 week I will be working on the Airfix Tiffy that I've got, and then the other week I will be doing some work on the Landy. So it'll be 2 different kits, hopefully, for you guys to watch me completely mess up and make a complete twit of myself. So yeah, you can take me off full screen now, like.
All right, mate. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Chris is saying some of us aren't very knowledgeable at all. Yeah, I know, mate. I'm terrible. JS Idaho's saying it looks like a nice kit, Dave. Yeah, it does.
It is.
We toyed with the idea of short wheelbase ones, didn't we, as a potential buddy build? So
I don't think it would take much, mate, because
hey, mate, if it gives me a chance to get me saw out, mate, you know me.
well, I think all we've got to do really is do a cut down there, and then do one roughly about there.
Yeah.
And take out best part of an inch and something.
Yeah, Vince is shooting off. Catch you later, Vince. Mine, there you go, mate. Love to Stephanie.
So I don't see it's going to be a huge issue.
No, and mate, you get to get the saw out. You know, it's like, you know, it's all about getting out the saw, mate. It's funny. Scooby's actually bought a set of photo etch saws now as well, so he's going to be entering the world of cutting doors out on things. So
he's going to be joining the saw crew, is he?
Well, yeah. He's been watching some stuff I'm doing, and he's seen some of the patron stuff on the Death Race car that I'm doing out of the Death Race movies for James' commission, and he sort of got chatting about it, and like yourself said, "Oh, can you do the tutorial on your hinges and you know?" And I was like, "Yeah, no worries." And he was like, "I bought some photo etch saws already." Like,
Good man.
Welcome to the dark side. Foxy saying, yeah, hey, Series 388 Landy, it was the best. Now, some of you might not know, but Fox had a Land Rover and he loved it. And I still think he may have given it a name. Yeah.
I think he did, and I think he has said what the name is, and I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm sure he may have given it a name, perhaps Landy McLandface. I don't know, but yeah. Something about blokes naming cars, in it. We don't tell the wife, do we?
No.
Had a motorbike once called a L'Oreal. Yeah, she was worth it.
Was she?
Yeah. JS Idaho is asking Tiffy, is that a typhoon perchance?
It is.
It is. There you go, James. JS Idaho, mate. It is a typhoon. Reese is saying his car is called Luna.
Don't tell me he does moonies in it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Foxy's Land Rover was called Tubbs because the reg was TUB334W. So why did you call it Tubbs then, mate? Yeah.
Is that a wise thing to say? Hang on, I'm sat here when my video camera switched on and I bloody started it.
Yeah, my Monza's called Monty the Monza. It's like, yeah. Oh, it's saying it got sold on, the future owner renovated, and it got featured in Land Rover Owner magazine. Oh wow, it's nice when you sell something like that on, that it actually stays on the road, you know, because we all get attached to them, don't they?
Yeah, it's just a box of metal and various other bits, but it's surprising how attached you do get to them.
Yeah, Scooby's just popped in. Hello, Scoob. We were literally just talking about you, mate. Ordering photo etch saws because you've been converted to joining the dark side, and we'll be cutting kits apart and kit bashing. So,
yeah. Oh, Scoob's saying that his car is the Mystery Machine.
Yeah.
Thelma and Louise, isn't it?
That was Scooby Doo, wasn't it? The Mystery Machine.
Yep.
Model making guru was weird seeing his car in a magazine. They even kept the Fiat Panda 4x4 inclinometer that installed on the dash. I can remember once in one of my cars, it might have been the Imp, but I actually had one of those dashboard compasses on it. Why? on earth did I put a stick-on compass? I don't know, but yeah. What other useless tat of people stuck in their cars that they don't need? Things like bobbin-head dogs or compasses, and yeah.
I don't know why, but I always wanted to put furry dice hanging off the rear view mirror.
I got a pair of boxing gloves hanging off of mine in the Monza. Not real full-size ones because I wouldn't be able to see anything, but yeah, little set of baby boxing gloves. They've been in every car I've ever owned.
No, I've never really had. No, just no.
Well, yeah, you know, the meaningless car accessories, isn't it? Like tissue box holder on the back shelf or beaded seat cover, or, you know, it's like, why do you need that? Why do you want to sit on a load of wooden beads? How comfortable could that possibly not be?
Especially if one of the beads pop off and go somewhere where it shouldn't go.
Yeah, that would be river dance whilst driving. Yeah, imagine explaining that. So, officer, you'll never believe this, but I broke at the roundabout and a bead went and rolled where it shouldn't have been rolling.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to believe it, are they? Reese is saying that she's called Luna because she's blue, but the real reason is the woman that plays Luna Lovegood in Harry Potter is good looking. I'm just going to nod. And now people are going to unfriend me because I ain't got a clue who you're on about.
Yeah, I think I know who he's on about. And that's about as much as I'm going to say.
The thing is, I've watched the films, but I can remember Harry Potter and the big bloke, Hagrid, and that's about it. And the bloke with a beard. And that's about
it.
Gandalf. Is that? No, it was Gandalf's Lord of the Rings, mate.
I was just asking.
Is he? He is, isn't he? He's Lord of the Rings, isn't he?
Yeah, I was just testing.
Yeah, I don't get out much.
But you will
now got all the Harry Potter fraternity throwing wands and casting spells on me. Totally Scale Models has got Hans Solo's lucky dice hanging from my rear view mirror. Wow.
Okay.
I'm impressed. I'm not going to ask who Han Solo is because I know who he is, but lucky dice.
Well, I never knew you could get lucky dice.
I could be really silly and say I've got Jabba the Hutt in the passenger side of the car, but I might get beaten for that.
Mind you, that could be quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Not for you.
Yeah, notice how I muttered.
Yeah. Notice how scared you sound.
Yeah, I know. I'm staying in this room forever. I'm not going out.
What was it he said? Scared? You will be.
Cool, yeah. Reese is saying he's got a Lego man and a minion hanging on the rear view mirror. See, so I'm not alone then for meaningless stuff. I mean, I think we've all got to go away to catch Fox up because it's got a shark mouth, isn't he? What more can I say? You know, shark mouth kind of beats everything, doesn't it?
Or you could have Pizza the Hut.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I had pizza on Friday.
Yeah, could we be that cruel?
Probably.
I might have to drill a hole in the roof of my taxi because someone is insisting that I put a light in it.
Wasn't me.
I'm not going to say who, Dave. Yeah.
Was it the Belgian?
No.
We can blame him because he's not here because he's gone.
No, it was some bloke called Dave. Don't know who it could be.
No, I was on about doing the sunroof.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. No, I've got to put the taxi light in, and yeah. And Revell, in their wisdom, have decided to mould it completely in black plastic. So I've got to cut the thing out, make a lens. Yeah. But I don't mind.
It'd be a good little test for you.
Oh, mate, it's getting done, Dave. You know it's getting done, mate.
I have every confidence that it will be done.
Yeah. Hole is about to be drilled in roofage, mate. You know what I mean?
That sounds imminent.
Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, do you know something? Yeah.
Well, if anyone is thinking about buying one of these landies, all I can say is just hit the buy button. It's a good little kit. It goes together really nice.
Yeah, I wanna get one because I want to recreate the little series Land Rover I had, because I had the little short wheelbase one with a crane on the back on the flatbed, because I used to use it to winch people out of ditches or pick up broken down cars and that, you know, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually like to do the short. Well, do 2 long wheelbase and 2 short wheelbase.
Yeah.
But the other 2, I'd have to do some filling in for the long wheelbase. But I'd like to recreate the Falklands taxis.
Oh, that would be an interesting one, because I don't think I've ever seen any of them done.
Because where we sort of slept and had food and stuff overnight in the
Yes.
Cotswolds was miles away from where we actually worked.
Yeah.
So when you went out in the morning, you just saw a great large line of either long wheelbase or short wheelbase Land Rovers.
Yeah.
Just sort of ferried you backwards and forwards to where you needed to go to work.
I mean, it's funny. This is a conversation that sparked up the other week, wasn't it, that me and you was having
Yeah.
about the Falklands. And for me, I don't know whether it's an intentional thing, but it seems to be the forgotten war, doesn't it? And
Yeah. Well,
anyone out there that does stuff for the veterans, do us a favour. Remember our lads that served in the Falklands, because they did us proud. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's never really been termed as a war. It was always termed as a conflict.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that just sort of fades from.
Yeah. But everyone mentions the Gulf and World War Two or World War One and all that. Like, you know, the guys that served in the Falklands served Queen and country as well. And, you know, just remember them as well. You know, a lot of people sacrificed, you know, their lives and lost their lives in that conflict. And yeah, just, you know, show a bit of love to them as well. That's all I'm asking.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to.
No, that's all right, mate. Edward Leonard is saying, good morning, gents. Good morning, Edward. Thank you for joining us. What's in your belly? What's on your bench?
Well, depending on where you are in the world.
Yeah, where are you in the world? Tell us a bit about yourself, mate. Happy days.
Back in a bit, going to get some bacon. Lewis.
Good man. Yeah, here's the Sunday brunch. You know, cups of tea and sustenance at the bench are suitably allowed.
Definitely.
You know, and if the wife tells you off for eating a bacon sandwich, by all means, you can blame Dave like I do.
Yeah, my shoulders are big enough, and I've got a new set of Teflon shoulder pads. So yeah, go on.
Yeah, just blame us two reprobates.
Yeah.
If you want to, if you want the wife to email a complaint, then it's helgan35@geocities.com.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to love you for that one.
It's funny, we still do it every time we give out an email address. It's like, yeah, helgan35. Poor Tony.
You know, one of these days he's going to get his own back on you. I don't know how he's going to do it.
I fully expect that he will. I think some form of revenge will be had.
Well, after what you said you did to him the last few times.
Yeah.
I think he's got several to get you back on.
Yeah, bless him. It's like, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that he's got to get you back for. So you know.
Well, he's been a busy little bee because he's recently moved. So yeah, he's been a busy little bee, bless him. So he'll be back building before we know it. And I must admit, I do miss seeing him on the old YouTubes because he's got a very personable presence on camera, and I like
He's
that.
certainly got the gift of the gab, hasn't he?
Oh yeah,
You know, there is no two ways about that. And he's, dare I say, is kind of model making's version of Wogan. He's got that sort of silky voice that just keeps on going, and
oh yeah,
he's going to shoot me when he sees me.
yeah. He'll be quite impressed that he's now been compared to Wogan.
Yeah, he's that. I don't know.
But yeah, I get what you mean. It is that soft, silky smooth.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, Wogan doing Eurovision used to absolutely tear my ribs to pieces. You know.
well, yeah, he took the mick without actually working for it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it was done in a cheeky way, tongue in cheek, wasn't it? You know, and yeah, scatty British humour always works, you know. And yeah, Tony does have that presence on camera. I mean, he got me building again because I was laid up in a halo after that op, and you know, probably feeling a bit down in the dumps, to be honest with you. And I sat there watching him do his Rossi bike, and I'm like, actually, I enjoyed watching that bloke. He's a bit mad, but yeah, and that's what started getting me sort of back into the hobby, really. So you can all blame Tony for having to suffer Festa's builds,
I'm sure he'll take that one on the chin.
but yeah, if you haven't seen his work and you don't know who I'm on about, one, you should be ashamed of yourselves. But if you haven't, pop over to Helgam35. And he's a lovely bloke, Tony Fairclough, and like and subscribe and sit and watch some of his stuff. You will be thoroughly entertained.
Because he did the Rossi bike, and he did
Yes.
the Tacom Chieftain in
Berlin camo, yeah.
Yeah.
And having done Berlin camo myself on my Conqueror, I can assure you, yeah, it is difficult.
It looked difficult.
Yeah, Quano Man is saying he's got some microchips on. They're going to be bigger than expected. That's what she said.
I'm not even
Good man. Edward Leonard is having his first cup of coffee, waiting for some paint, and then he's going to make pepperami bread later for the daughter's birthday. That's what she wanted for dinner. Well, happy birthday to your daughter, mate.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We would sing happy birthday, but she would probably suffer some kind of psychological break, and we don't want to inflict that on you as a parent, mate.
No. My singing is no, just no.
Yeah, my singing sounds like two skinheads kicking an accordion down the road, mate.
No,
Ain't good.
I don't quite know how to describe mine, and I'm not even going to. No, just no.
But many happy returns to her, mate.
Yes. Happy birthday. I hope she has a super fantastic day.
Yeah.
Whatever the day holds for her.
She will have a super fantastic day because Pops is making some bread for her, so she's going to be happy.
Yeah.
You know, and Edward's getting brownie points because he's made her favourite. What more can a dad do, you know? It's like happy days.
Brownie point for dad's brownie point core. That's going to be bad.
Yeah, he's laughing. He's going, yeah, don't sing. It's like, yeah, good man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you've got sense, mate. I like your thinking.
Yeah.
You will do well, young Padawan. Welcome to the fold. The force is strong in you. Oh dear, he's probably sitting there going, why on earth have I tuned into these two idiots?
Yeah, what possessed me to do that?
Getting the drill out, Dave.
Driller thriller.
Yeah,
Well,
it's got to be done, mate. Yeah. as I did so in my Concord build, I will emphasise at this point: don't think about it, just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that. You just don't think about it, just drill a hole. Done.
I remember watching that video. You just had Colin's dulcet tones come over. Right. Now, this is the nose of the Concorde, and as you will notice, the wheel is in the wrong place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the nose off. And out came the saw, and the nose was off.
Yeah.
And it was like, bleed now.
Yeah. Yeah, that did attract a hell of a lot of attention when I did that, because people were like, I sit there and I scribe it all out and get me tape out, me tape measure, and you just went, right, got to cut the front off. There you go. You know, because if you sit and think about it, you'll never do it, will you?
No, you are right, because you just sit there and you keep looking at it and you keep mulling it over, and eventually you talk yourself out of doing what you was going to do originally.
Yeah, you tentatively get the saw out, and it's just like, right, it's cut off, it's out the way now. Now we've got to put it all back together. And I can remember you messaging me going, wow.
Yeah. Well, hang on. And it was the same when I started doing the insides of the Huey, because I've chosen to do a variant that I don't think there is anything out there for.
Yeah.
What they was trying to have you believe was a very large ammunition box on the floor.
Yeah. Good attempt, Ravel.
Yeah. It kind of got in my way, and I could see about the corner of my eye, and he's saying to himself, "Go on, Dave, you know you're going to do it. You know you're going to do it. Go on, you know you can."
Yeah, didn't help.
Saw out.
Yeah, didn't help, did I, mate?
It's just, I just cut it off.
Yeah.
And then what I'd cut off wasn't enough, so I'd go back and do it again.
I offered you absolutely zero support, wasn't it? I was like, "Go on, Dave. You know you got to do it. Dave, don't think about it. It's there in front of you. See it. I can see the red handle from here." And you're like, "Fuck." Oh, nearly said it then.
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks, you said, and yes. I'm like, yeah. Go on, Dave. It's just in front of you. And then I heard, I'm like, yes. My job is complete. Oh, mate.
And then Sarge started giving you jip about cutting the doors out.
Oh, mate, live on air, when it, Cole, you know you want to cut them doors out. And I'm like, do you know, Sarge, that would look really good. Do it, he says, and that's it. He said, you know, don't chicken out. Do it, he goes. I'm like, oh, I can't back down now, can I? He's thrown the chicken word in there.
Yeah.
Sarge knew. Damn you, Sergeant Bones.
And then I did some engine detail, and I thought, you know, I've done all this detail, but as soon as I put the side on, you ain't going to see it. Oh, well, yeah. I'll have to cut the door off.
Yeah.
So I did.
It was like this taxi, wasn't it? Brand new taxi arrives, and Dave's like, what are you doing, Cole? I've just cut the side of my taxi out, Dave. Look, big hole. Yeah. Edward Leonard's got a great comeback to all of that, and it's like, well, yeah, it's plastic. You can always fix it. It's what I said in my Concord build, mate. You know, it's one of them. If it don't work out, and it don't work, I'll just put it back on and glue it shut again. Ain't a problem. Yeah, I'm going to be able to light up my taxi light now, Dave.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I've had the snips out as well and cut the front off, so I can put clear lens in. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Might need to do a bit more trimmage. So, yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. Also done a bit of scratch building in the boot, because I've got an opening boot and it had no interior. This was originally a battery operated motorized kit. Yeah, do you remember, who was it? I've got a feeling it might be an old Hella kit, But yeah, little battery compartment in the back and the little motor that goes in just on the rear axle there.
Oh,
Yeah, so yeah. And I forgot, I had a notification, Carl. I only got the last bit of the crash, mate. But yeah, for those people that don't know, there is a Saturday crash on
yeah.
the YouTube. So pop over Model Officers Mess and like and subscribe and join them for their Saturday show.
I think I might investigate that next weekend.
Yeah, I was looking at my YouTube notifications, and it literally the same thing happened with Foxes yesterday. It came up about 10 minutes before the show ended, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, I wonder if YouTube was having issues.
Yeah, it's one of them, mate.
Carl, are you doing another one on this Saturday coming, mate?
Sorry, mate.
Is he doing another one this Saturday, or is it just a once a month thing?
I don't know. He's in the chat, Carl. If you're still in the chat making models, are you doing a Saturday crash this week, or are you doing them bi-weekly,
Or is it ad hoc as and when?
Every fortnight from now on? So no show next week. Okay, mate. Well, like I say, if you are in the Sunday brunch and you've got a show coming up the following Saturday, feel free to pimp it in the chat, mate. It's not a problem. You know, it's not an issue at all, mate. I've got no problem with that. Any of you that have got YouTube channels, feel free to put details in either in the chat whilst we're live or in the comments at the bottom of the video when it goes up, because I'm all for pimping each other's channels. I'm all for subscribing to each other's channels. We're all a community, so let's help each other get
That's what you were saying
more
about.
features on the channels.
That's what you were saying about everyone in the boom up. There's what 3,000 odd people there. So if everybody did a like and subscribe to each and every one, that soon boost everybody's.
Everyone would be on 3,000 subs, wouldn't they? There or thereabouts.
There,
You
yeah.
know.
Well, oh well.
You know, but no, I'm all for it. You know, if Carl wants to input stuff like that, you know, I can just make him a mod and he can put a link into his channel. It's not a problem, or you can just add it to a comment when the video goes up. But there is a thing on the Festa 67 Facebook group as well in the announcements section where everyone can put a link up for their respective YouTube channels. I'm sure Making Models has got one over on his channel as well. And again, you know, anyone watching this now or watching it back later, let's spread the love. We're a model making community. You know, I enjoy finding out about you guys. If you've got channels and video content up, you know, I might not be aware of it. And I do enjoy sitting there watching other builders. It inspires me to keep doing what I do. And if that gives us an opportunity to have a segment on this show of, right, this week we're going to scroll through people's YouTube channels. We got Reese over at RJC. I'll put a list up of what we're posting up on the Facebook, and I'll just read through the announcements and go, oh, by the way, you know, Making Models has got a YouTube. They're over at there. Like and subscribe, and we can have a spread the love bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because, you know, it's giving something back. It's therapy for me. I enjoy it. I get a buzz out of it. I did a thing for Reese where I revamped his YouTube channel, you know, and just laid it out a bit differently for him to give him a bit of boost. And he started getting additional subs because people could navigate easier to his content. So it's just giving something back, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Reese is off to the model shop.
Uh-oh. Does that mean
So happy days, Reese. Don't spend too much, or if you do, Sprue and Glue has got a great question. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier in the show, mate. I've been asked by several people to do a video tutorial. I'm actually filming it this week. I intended to film it the week just gone, But I had a couple of days where I had to stay upstairs because my balance was a bit wrong and I had fallen several times. And yeah, so I didn't get round to it, I'm afraid. But hopefully this week I'm going to have a segment where I can sit and film it because I've got the hinges to make for the Death Race Mustang. So what I'll do is I'll film that episode and then I'll take the section out where I'm making the door hinges, and I'll do that as a step by step for you, mate. In anticipation of that, Sprue and Glue, or any of you guys, if you haven't got any, get yourself a wee tub of the old paper clips, yeah, because that's all the door hinges are made of. All right, and I will show you where I cut them, how to shape them, and how to bend them, and all of that lot in the video. How to attach the door, how to get the door opening and closing, and then the most important part of it is making the door shut. A door shut is basically a surrounding frame that you do around the internals so that when you close the item, it's got something solid to close against. Okay, so I'll film all of that, I'll put it up. It'll go on my YouTube because it's a tutorial. It's not going to be hidden away on my Patreon, although the commission is a Patreon build at the moment. I will use that section as the tutorial, and that'll be up on my standard YouTube channel for you all to see.
Just make sure you hide everything about that build so that
well, yeah, I have to keep boxing it up because I got a sneaky wind that someone was coming in and peeking at his commission and cheating on the progress. So I have to remove it from the bench whenever we do a live because he's sneakily having a peek.
he's a bit naughty.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's coming on nicely. Yeah, I'll film the hinges this week. I originally filmed it with the taxi, but there's a story to that. And I'm surprised Dave hasn't dropped me in it, but
yeah,
I forgot to press the record button.
I was going to say, you did press the live button, didn't you?
You've just made me look, you rotten bleeder.
Oh, sure, that and stuff.
Yeah, I sat there and I thought I had filmed all four doors and on the boot hinges been made and everything, and it was a good hour-long video of really in-depth stuff and close-ups and all of that old gubbins. And I went to copy it off the phone and there was nothing there, and I'd not pressed record. Yeah.
You had a similar incident when you was doing a voiceover.
Oh, you lowlife. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 22 minutes of me sitting there talking and then realising I hadn't activated record in Premiere Pro on that audio channel. Yeah.
Mind you, I can't talk because I've done it as well.
Yeah. Oh, mate, my bloopers reel is phenomenal, mate. It's like, I will do a bloopers video at some point. Just got to be done. Cole's done that quite a few times as well. Yeah, it's so frustrating. Quano Man has sent a Facebook message pic of his Falcon. No worries, mate. I'll add that to the gallery. If you guys, are struggling to add any photos to the gallery, just PM me them and I'll add them on for you. If you can give me info like the kit, the scale, that sort of thing, I'm, a 140, 148 scale, blah, blah, blah. I'll just do that in the comments with who you are. If you've got a YouTube, I'll put the link in as well and get people to come and see your work. At the end of the day, it's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not about watching what we're doing. It's about what you're doing as well,
Mate, I see stuff all the time, and I've done it with Frankie. Reese, who's been doing stuff. Carl is, pretty much the king of the scratch builders. You know what I mean? He's doing the spaceship thing at the moment, and I'm like, yeah, I get what you're done there. I like how you've done that. What a good idea. And it's like, that's now going in the box of tricks. So we all learned, didn't we?
Yeah, his level of scratch building makes my scratch building look totally and utterly amateurish.
Yeah, but it's because of Cole that I bought a 3D printer, because I thought I can't do that. So I just got to print it because I'm a cheat. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the resin one arriving so that we can do the figures and detail stuff we was on about the other day when we was chatting, you know. And I sent you that message about I'm thinking, what do you think, Dave? I've got a list of pros and cons, and I knew I'd get a bit of direct feedback, you know. And yeah, I was quite chuffed. So
Surprised you haven't bought it.
I'm waiting for the release of the one I discussed. It's not been released yet for sale, but it's final testing of the product is going on. So I'm imminently awaiting it. Don Creel Gilchrist has popped in. Good afternoon, all. Hello, Don. Welcome to the fold, my friend.
Welcome to the gang.
What's in your belly? What's on the bench? Tell us a bit about yourself or where you are. Mark has popped in. Hello, Mark. Whereabouts are you, mate? And what do you do? And have you got a channel? Have you got this and that?
Yeah, what's on the bench? What's in the belly?
You'll see a ticker going across my screen there. That's for the Facebook group. Anyone feel free to put your photos up. You know, a picture of this tank, this scale, this is what I'm doing, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, I've got a YouTube channel. It is. Yeah. And we'll add that in the announcements to the growing list of YouTube channels, and we can feature that each week, because I can just have a screen up on the other monitor here, and I can go, oh, this week we're over on Dave's YouTube channel, and this is what Dave's latest video is, or Reese's, or I'm on my Making Models' YouTube page this week, and this is what he's got in his thing. So pop and give him a like and subscribe, and spread the love, innit? Definitely. If you think it's a good idea, folks, and you'd like me to do a bit of that, then I'll do it. I don't mind.
Oh, I think it's a good idea, because then it gives everybody a fair crack at getting under the spotlight.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's not just about Festa and Dave. You know, we're here to pimp your work as well as try to, I don't know, I would say entertain, but give you a bit of company when you're at the bench, you know, and we can talk drivel for 2.5 hours. That's not a problem. But if you guys think that's something you would like to see, and you would like to see your channel on the big screen, and you think, oh, do you know something? Yeah, I like that. Making Models is saying that's a good idea. Yeah, I bet if it appears on your show, I'm going to charge you royalties, mate. Yeah, he's saying I may steal it for the crash. No, you can't do that now. Would you? Hey, mate, share and share alike. If you think it's a good idea, do so, mate. It's spreading the love at the end of the day. But Mark was the guy asking about that jig. Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, I've kind of been inundated with requests about it, and I've had to step back a little bit and try and analyze, would I be able to print 6 of these things at 30 hours of print? And you know, and it's kind of thrown me a little bit. So I'm contemplating what to do at the moment. I'm leaning towards dropping everything up on Thingiverse, to be honest, and those that have got 3D printers can just print it, and those that haven't, then obviously I can say, well, you know, if you can contribute towards the postage, etc., then I'll look at what I can do. But I kind of got overwhelmed by the feedback, and Dave, I think, was surprised as well, weren't you, mate?
Yeah,
it was like, oh my god, I've opened a monster now.
Yeah, you do something, and you show off what you've done, and you think, well, no one else is going to be interested, and you get an avalanche of, oh, I'll have one of them, I want one of them. How do I
it's like anything. I mean, he summed it up brilliantly. I'll just send the STL for those interested. Yeah, that's all well and good, but you never know. Someone could end up selling them, and yeah, it's like, oh, great, cheers, mate, thanks for that. But yeah, it's not knowing what to do, mate, to be honest with you. And I'm also mindful that there are companies that make these things and they might get the ump if I'm flogging a similar thing. I don't know. So
you want to be a bit,
don't want lawyers knocking at my door, do I? So
tread carefully because you don't want legal bouncers on the other side of your doorstep.
yeah, it's one of them challenges that kind of grew into a monster in a way, didn't it? But I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I need to just I know there. Dare I say it, I know of a few people out there that would probably be flogging them on eBay as their own design and sitting there driving a gold Rolls Royce. I think we know who they are. Don Gilchrist is saying he's got jelly babies on the bench.
Oh, good shout.
There was a Sainsbury's raspberry and cream cakes just bought whilst out, but they've gone. On the model front, it's Topple launchers still. Getting fed up, laugh out loud. Bless him. So I like that thorough list of ingredients, mate.
Jelly babies.
But,
I think I might have to get jelly babies for the next show.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that YouTube feature probably got a bit of legs on it, to be honest with you, Dave. I think we might have to do that. What do you guys reckon in chat? Do you think that's a goer? I take it you're all YouTubers, or majority of you are. So ping your links up in the Festa work group there on the announcements. If you go in there, just add a link to your channel and we'll start reading them out. And I'll do a screen share and we'll do some channel visits and a bit of channel hopping and get your channels up. So first come, first serve. And we get some takers, then we'll have a little spot on next Sunday's show where we can sit and go, rightio, and do a little feature on other people's YouTubes, can't we, Dave?
Definitely. One thing I have forgotten to ask.
What's that, mate?
Is Reese still in the chat?
No, he disappeared, mate. I did say that he was popping off down the model shop, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, as he's gone, then there'd be no point in mentioning it. So
yeah, I know, Scoobs, mate. Totally understand that, mate. But yeah, have you got a Facebook page, mate? If not, just keep posting your work on ours, mate, and I'll publicise your work quite happily for you, mate. Not everyone, for various reasons, is comfortable on screen, on camera, or filming, and I get that, mate. But take a photograph of your stuff, mate, and I'll feature you in the gallery. As long as you're happy that you're getting pimped, mate, I'm happy. Chris is saying sharing is always good. Yeah, happy days, mate.
Well, Chris has his own gallery, doesn't he, on his show?
Chris does it on a Thursday on his show. Yeah, nice little segue there, mate. Good plug as well.
Yeah, share the love.
Yeah, we will be checking that you're plugging us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about just, publicising other people's work at the end of the day. We're all model builders at the end of the day, and someone might have a really cracking technique that none of us reprobates know about, and it could be a lifesaver. So, yeah. Scooby saying thanks, mate. Not a problem, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
At the end of the day, it's, for a lot of people in this hobby are ex-military. A lot of us have our demons.
Yep.
And this is a great way of us feeling a part of something. This little webcam is my window to the world because, people close to me and you guys now, obviously, I'm housebound. So this is my contact to out there. It's very rare that I go out, but when I do, it's, it's a faff. But, so yeah, it can be a good thing, just to have a chat with someone, can't it?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, I know that one. After what Jesus.
Do you know, Dave? It's that time already, mate.
Hang on. Where do
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah,
We could be rotten. We could go on for at least another 4 hours, and we could obliterate.
No, I couldn't do that. You know, there are, as people are aware, you know, Sundays is becoming a nice little packed schedule.
It is. It's nice because there's us.
Yeah,
Then there's dear old Fox.
yeah. You know,
And
you've got Fox on at 3 o'clock. He's intro music and his elevator music starts at 1:45. So we'll be chipping off within the next 5 minutes or so. You guys can then grab yourself a cup of tea, go to the lav or whatever you need to do, and then you can pull up with a bit of food and sit and watch Fox or Chris or whatever you want to do for your Sunday afternoon. But I would just like to say a big thanks to everyone that's coming back in and seen us again this Sunday. It's making it worthwhile for us. If there's anything you'd like to see in the show, any content that you would like us to try to look at, we'll do so. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, to be honest with you. Keep your work coming to the gallery. If you're not already subscribed to myself and Dave on YouTube, if you pop over to our channels,
please do.
We are, if I show the ticker, there's our YouTube channels. We'll keep them up until we sign off. But yeah, you know, give us a sub if you haven't subbed already. Every little sub helps. The more we get, the more features that we get on YouTube and the more content and options we can offer you guys. Please post your links on Facebook. No problem with that. We'll advertise whatever channels you're doing. If you're doing live shows, video streams, or anything of that nature, podcasts, you name it, if you want to pimp it, just pimp it. Not a problem. So I would like to say a big thanks to each and every one of you. JS Idaho saying thanks, have a nice day. Chris is off ski, yeah, don't forget, growth models, Warham
ready.
Do you want to type a time in the chat, Chris, before we depart, mate? I can't remember offhand, mate.
Yeah, I think is it 7 or 7:30?
I don't know precisely what time, but like I say, if he's still there, pop it in. Shane Youngs is saying doesn't go out. He's done 855 miles in the car from one MOT to the next. Chris is on at 8 p.m. So that's Chris over at Gross Models for his War Hamster Sunday.
Hamsters in the war.
I won't bother changing camera just in case it goes Pete Tom.
Yeah, you might.
I'd just like to. Probably said it a million times already, but yeah, I'd like to say big thanks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you 12:30 next Sunday and every Sunday going forward.
Yep.
And thank you for tuning in.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.